Hello, this is just a basic workout for beginners. The idea of this is not to teach you a form, but you may learn one by accident if you watch this video a few times. But the main idea is to just go through a basic, simple exercise that will be easy to follow and easy to do and takes the pressure off. The first step is to relax and take the pressure off. Remember the first rule of martial arts in this school is don't beat yourself up. Okay? Later, when you get really good, you'll learn how not to fight other people. But for the beginning, you want to make sure that you take the pressure off, don't expect anything of yourself, don't demand anything, just follow along, and the goal is to feel good. If you can learn how to feel good doing the exercise, you're far more likely to do the exercise and far more likely to feel good. So, start with your feet parallel, about shoulder distance apart. It's a good idea to actually look down and see if your feet are parallel. Most people don't know if they don't have a good sense. They think their toes are pointing forward, but they're not. So take a look down. When the toes are pointing forward, that will take the pressure off the hips and the lower back, and that takes the pressure off the waist. And if you drop the tailbone down a little by bending your hips, imagine your hips being pulled down and your knees lifted up, and relax your ankles so you can go forward a little bit. That takes the pressure off your hips and your lower back. And then you can relax the rib cage. Just feel the ribs. Feel them loosen up. And relax the ribs. When you relax the back, you'll find that the diaphragm can contract more because the belly can expand more. This will take a little bit of practice. You'll get good at it. But for now, all of this may seem new or strange or too simple or too complicated for you. Just stay with it. So, feet parallel, about shoulder distance apart. Weight on your quadriceps. So if you feel like you're pushing the earth, that will help you to relax your knees, your hips, your ankles, and your waist. And most people stand like this, so when they twist their waist, they're actually either just turning their rib cage, or they're twisting their knees like this. So twisting your knees like that, not such a great idea. So bend your legs, push the ground with the earth, and relax the hips, the knees, the ankles, the feet. And then you'll be able to twist your waist a little more, like that. Now, a lot of people, if their legs are not very strong or they have a lot of tension in the body, have a hard time loosening up the waist. So what I sometimes do to get people to feel what that's like is have them sit down first. And now they don't have to support themselves with their thighs because the chair will do it for them. And now you twist your waist. And this way you can feel where the waist is because your hips are being held still by the chair, and you get to move your rib cage and move the waist. There you go. So don't do it too much, especially if you're really tense, because you've got a bunch of muscles around the lower back and the spine and the psoas muscles and everything, all those muscles in there. They might not be used to moving so much. So take it gently and touch your hands to the middle of your chest when you twist the waist. There you go. That's it. Talking to myself, because otherwise you might just do this, you're just moving your shoulders. Not so good. So keep your shoulders still and relaxed and feel the movement coming in the waist. In the beginning, it's going to be a little stiff, but after a little while, it'll loosen up. Just do it for a few times. Don't spend 10, 20 minutes twisting your waist, because if your waist is stiff, then you'll be moving a bunch of muscles you've never moved before, and you may end up being sore the next day or the day after or 3 days later. So everything that we're doing today is going to be nice and relaxed and loose. And do your best to feel comfortable while you're doing it. So back to the beginning again. Feet parallel, shoulder distance apart. Relax from head to toe. There, so the main thing is feeling that weight in your thighs. There are a whole bunch of rules and regulations and suggestions and advice for how to refine the posture. It sounds like a simple thing, just stand there and relax. And it is a simple thing, very easy to do, very difficult to correct. So you can spend decades refining your posture, making it better. But even a day or two of practice will make a difference. Feet parallel, the weight's in your thighs. Now, if you've been doing this since I started, and your thighs might be sore already. So when people practice standing and relaxing, it's called the standing post, or zhanzhuang, or the tree stance, or it has a few different names. There are different postures that people will hold when they practice standing and taking the pressure off. When you get really good at it, your thighs get stronger, and you can stand in a fairly low, challenging posture for hours. Some people can stand for 8 to 12 hours at a time. I don't. The most I've ever stood was probably 4 hours. You can get benefit from standing for a minute or two. Most people who practice martial arts, internal styles especially, will stand for half an hour to an hour a day. Those who are practicing for health can get the benefit from 5 or 10 or 15 minutes. You can do it an hour at a time. You can do a minute 60 times. And just remember, you're not trying to hold a tense posture. You're trying to relax. The goal is to get loose and comfortable. There we go. See, that's a fair bit of time spent on just standing there. Not too hard yet, is it? Now straighten the legs, loosen them up. That's it. And now, feet parallel, shoulder distance apart, relax from head to toe, and let the hands float up to shoulder level, palms down, shoulders down, elbows dropping, and then drop the hands. There you go. There, you're doing Tai Chi. Congratulations. So, shoulders down, elbows dropping, the hands float up. When the hands get to shoulder level, the arms should be fairly extended, but the shoulders should not be tense. So the shoulders are down, the elbows are hanging down, and then when you drop the hands, let the elbows go first. So the elbows drop as if they're going to touch your knees, the hands lower, the body lowers. And the hands get to here, to about hip level, and it's as if you're pushing a piece of wood underwater. Then drop the hands, straighten the legs. This is a very simple exercise, isn't it? Yes, well, it gets, it's very simple. Sure, let's leave it at that. Hands rise, palms down, shoulder level, drop the elbows, the hands lower, the body lowers. Then drop the hands, straighten the legs. You can separate the hand movement from the leg movement, so the hands can come up and down, and then the legs can go, or straighten the legs, or the hands can come up, the legs can go down, and then the hands can go down. You can also move the hands down at the same time that the legs are going down. There are different reasons for each way of doing it if you're practicing as a martial art. This is one of the few movements in the form where you can move the hands relative to the body at the same time that you are moving the legs. Most of the time the hands are still relative to the body when the legs are moving, but this is different. So, a simple exercise. And if you like, you can breathe while you do this. You don't have to coordinate the breath with the movement, just you can breathe. Breathe in, breathe out, repeat if necessary. There's a lot of instruction written and taught about coordinating the breath with the movement. It is better not to think about that, especially in the beginning, because that will often just cause you to become more tense. After a while, you may find that the movement and the breath coordinate, but it's not a matter of one following the other. It's not a matter of making the breath timing the breath so that it coordinates with the movement, or making the movement follow the breath. It's more a matter of them simply becoming more integrated and more coordinated with each other. And there are different ways to breathe for every situation. The main types of breathing in Tai Chi are, we call normal or reverse breathing. But there are many variations on those. So we could have, some people call it Buddhist breathing or Taoist breathing. Really, that's just another word for, well, sort of, for normal breathing and paradoxical abdominal respiration. It just has to do with what the abdominal muscles are doing while the diaphragm is contracting and relaxing. But you don't have to worry about that. This is just a basic exercise. Now, if your knees are starting to get sore from going up and down, that might just be because the tendons aren't very strong, or your legs are out of alignment, or your legs aren't very strong yet. But if it starts to get sore a little bit, then take it easy. Don't overdo it. You don't want to feel stiffness or soreness the next day. So when you practice the form, don't think just about how you feel now and how much you can endure. Think about how you're going to feel in 3 days, when the soft tissue is starting to deal with all of the tension and the stuff that you've done to the body. So you take it easy. And when I go down, there are lots of things I can do to make sure that my knees don't get sore. And that's where the instructor comes in. But if your ankles are tense or your hips are tense, then sometimes what happens is that your pressure goes into the knees. And with practice, you learn how to avoid letting that happen. So the weight stays in the thighs and the weight is balanced on the feet, so that the feet are holding onto the earth like a hand palming a basketball. And you'll also start to notice over time how subtle movements within the back relate to the movements of the extremities. In the beginning, people raise their hands and it looks like this. And then they go forward like that. Or they come up and down and they're bending their ankles and their knees but not their hips. Or they're bending the hips but not the knees or the ankles. Or they move the hips and knees and ankles but they don't change the spine at all. So the spine is rigid, which leads to tension in all kinds of places. But as you practice, you start to learn to let go. You just give yourself permission to pay attention to the different parts of the body. And eventually you'll find that each vertebrae in your spine moves independently and in coordination with all of the others. They're not stuck together. It's not like one big block of back. It's a wave that changes as the center of gravity rises and falls, and as the hands move forward, move the weight forward and backwards. So this very, very simple exercise is quite profound. So do it as long as it feels good, or until you want to go on to something else. So speaking of something else, now that we've learned how to go up and down, let's see if we can twist a little. The next movement is called Repulse the monkey, or reverse reeling forearms. And it looks something like this. But when people do this, they think they're doing something big with the arms, so it becomes all about the shoulder muscles and so on. And in fact, all the arms are doing is this, relative to the body. So the hands are just working along in this groove right here, where they're comfortable. If you pull your elbows together, that's tense. If you pull them back, that's tense. But if you let them find that spot right in the middle, that's going to be very comfortable. And you turn the hips and twist your waist in order to move the hands. So my arm is in the same position relative to the body here as it is here. So when I turn the hips and twist the waist and turn the palms up, the right hand comes in and pushes. So it's very relaxed and a very strong position. And that's a general theme in Tai Chi, that the strongest position is a relaxed one. This way the whole body is coordinated and working together, and you can get the whole mass working properly, and you can apply the proper leverage without effort. And without tension, you can also improve your proprioception, so you can feel the body better. You have a better proprioceptive map. You can feel the bones and the muscles and the tendons and the ligaments. You can feel the organs. You know where they are. And you can feel good. So this is Repulse the monkey. When you stand with your feet parallel, turn the hips a little, but keep your knees pointing forward. So you don't turn your knees and roll on your feet. You keep the weight balanced on your feet and keep the toes forward. Then you turn the hips, twist the waist, palms up. The right hand comes by the ear, turn the hips, twist the waist, and the right hand pushes. And the left hand comes to the belly, right below the navel. And then drop the left hand, twist to the left, palms up. The left hand comes by the ear, turn, and the left hand pushes with the right palm coming to the belly. Drop the right hand, turn, palms up. The right hand comes by the ear, turn, the right hand pushes as the left hand comes to the belly. Turn the hips, twist to the waist, palms up. Relax your shoulders. Make sure you're not pulling back like this. If you bring the elbow back too far, then when you do this, you'll hit yourself in the back of the head. So keep the shoulders relaxed. That way the hand comes in like this, as if you're taking your glasses off or scratching your end of your eyebrow, and then turn. And the right hand comes to the belly, the left hand pushes. As the hand pushes, you sit the wrist like this, in a straight line. Turn the hips, twist the waist, palms up. The right hand comes by the ear. Turn the hips, twist the waist. The right hand pushes. Left hand to the belly. So it's like this. See? It's nice and relaxed, not like this. This is comfortable. So from here, drop the left hand, turn the hips, twist the waist, palms up. The left hand comes by the ear and pushes as the right palm drops to the belly. Your left hand fingertips are at eye level. The fingers are separate. The thumb is relaxed. The wrist is sitting. The elbow is dropping. The shoulder is relaxed. And drop the right hand, relax it. Twist the waist, palms up. The right hand comes by the ear. Turn the hips, twist the waist. The right hand pushes, fingertips at eye level, sit the wrist. Left hand by the belly. Drop the left hand, twist the waist, palms up, relax the shoulders. The left hand comes by the ear. Turn, twist, push. Drop the right hand, relax. Both palms rotate upwards. The right hand comes by the ear. Turn, twist, sit the wrist. Drop the left hand, turn, palms up. The left hand comes by the ear and push. Right hand pushes. Turn the hips, twist the waist, palms up. The left hand pushes. Drop the right hand, twist the waist, palms up. The right hand pushes. Drop the left hand, turn the waist, palms up. The left hand pushes. Well, I'm starting to feel good. That's nice. In the beginning, everything is impossible. Then it becomes easier. And then it becomes too easy, and you think, I must be missing something. So you start to add extra little details. Well, but for now, just think about keeping it concise and clear and relaxed. Good. And take a little break, because if you were standing properly, your thighs will be really tired right now, but you probably weren't. You were probably taking the pressure off, so then your knees might be tired, or your ankles might be tired, or your hips, or your back, or so on. So just feel free to take a break and yawn and stretch and listen to the body and see what needs to move. And get out of there. Oh. Tai Chi, when you read about it, is an art that is just full of rules. But all those rules are designed to let you feel what the natural intelligence of the body is. It's designed to get you in touch with yourself. And then you eventually will own the art and create your own style after a while. Don't go creating it right off the bat, but listen to the body. You're trying to find those things that... There we go. There. So loosen up, shake out that pattern that you've just done. You've just taught the body a particular way of moving, and now let's let that go. And we'll find another one. The next movement is called brush the knee and push. And in this movement, we brush the knee and push. So it looks like this. I step, I brush the knee and push. This is my knee. My left knee is brushed by my left hand. My right hand pushes. Like that. So if you follow me from the beginning of the first movement we did, feet parallel, hands rise, hands lower. Now we've got the up and down. Now we do the repulse the monkey. So we twist and push, and twist and push. Now from here, the left hand points over there, and the right hand rises over there, and then the left foot steps over there. And brush the knee and push. So, from here, the hands go to the right, right palm up, step to the left, place the heel, then the toe, then brush the left knee and push. So it looks like this. Brush the knee and push. Let's just do this. Palms up, the left hand drops, turn, the right hand pushes. It's a bit like throwing a ball or a pie. We call this, come on in and have some pie. Again, come on in, have some pie. Splat. Again, palms up, the left hand folds in, and then the elbow drops. The left elbow drops, so the left hand is by the side, and it just goes over the knee, like that, as you turn the hips and twist the waist. And so turning the hips and twisting the waist then leads to sitting the wrist and sitting the wrist. Like this. So just do this. Point the right hand fingers forward, point the left hand fingers down, and then sit the wrists. Again, point the fingers forward, point the fingers down, and sit the wrist. Again, the right fingers point at the wall, the left fingers point at the toes, and sit the wrist. Splat. Good. Again, this time standing up with your feet together, the left hand comes in, twist to the right, step with your left foot, brush the knee and push. Again, the left foot steps, brush the knee and push. Again, palms up, step, brush the knee and push. Good. Now, take a break for a moment. Because you may be learning a movement for the first time, the alignment of the joints won't be perfect, and that's to be expected. Right? So the knee might buckle a little, the hip might be a little high, you might be a little off balance, pronating. That's okay. With practice, we'll refine this, and over further lessons, we'll refine the posture more and more so that you can feel where the thighs should be, how to stabilize the knee so it doesn't get out of whack. how to keep the weight balanced on the feet by twisting your waist, how to coordinate the hands and the feet. There's a whole bunch of things, but we'll get to them step by step. It's like learning math. You start with 1 + 1 = 2, and then you progress to all the complex math, addition and subtraction and multiplication and division and integral calculus and statistics and algebra and all that stuff. And then eventually you get back to 1 + 1 again and start to deal with the really sophisticated questions like, why does 1 + 1 = 2? It's like that with Tai Chi. You start out with very simple things, then you gradually increase the complexity as you get more comfortable with it, and then eventually you come back to the simple things and you go, whoa, that's wild. Ooh, oh, I didn't know that. Wow, I can feel that tendon now. That's cool. There. So, in the beginning, you just want to feel good. So pay attention, listen to your body. You notice I just switched sides? Anybody? Okay, so let's do the other side. Left palm up, the right foot steps, brush the knee and push. So now the right leg is stepping, the right hand is brushing the right knee, and the left hand is pushing. So again, bring in the foot, palms up, come on in, step, have some pie, splat. So, sit back again, palms up, the right hand folds in, the left hand comes by the ear as you step, and brush the knee and push. Let's do that again. Come back, weight on the left leg, palms up, step, brush the knee and push. If I'm going too fast for you, or too slowly for you, that's fine. I don't mind. I'll have other videos where I break these movements down a little more, and others where I don't. So I'll break them down more for some people who need them to be broken down, and I'll break them down less for people who just don't care. Got a little bit of something for everything. So palms up, the hand folds in, step, brush the knee, and push. Again. Step, brush the knee, and push. Good, there we go. So now we've done Wuji. Wuji becomes Taiji, the hands rise and the hands lower. We've done Repulse the monkey, which turns the hips and twists the waist and pushes. Our first asymmetrical arm movement. And then weight on the right leg, the right hand rises, step to the left. Place the heel, then the toe, brush the knee, and push. And now, sink back, turn in the toe, weight on the left leg, step with the right foot, brush the knee, and push. Let's just do that a few more times. Sit back, turn in the right toe, weight on the right leg, step, brush the knee, and push. Now, if this is your first time, this will be more complicated for you than it needs to be. It's really a lot like walking. So I can break this down a few ways. Pick up the right toe and turn it in. Then pick up the left foot and step. There, notice how I broke it down by not breaking it down as much? So just turn in the toe. To do that, you have to have your weight on the right leg. That helps. And then step with the right foot. Well, to do that, your weight has to be on the left leg, so you step with the right foot. And brush the knee and push. Turn in the toe. The left foot steps, brush knee, push. Turn in the left toe. The right foot steps, brush the knee and push. Now it's just like walking. So where I'm walking, Weight on the right leg, weight on the left leg, weight on the right leg. Now I'm going to do brush knee push to the left. And then weight on the right leg, weight on the left leg, weight on the right leg, weight on the left leg, and step to the right. Brush knee push. Got it? Okay, let's do that again. Weight on the left leg, weight on the right leg, left. We're just going for a stroll. And when the weight is on the right leg, step to the left. Ha! Got it? Good. So, step to the right. Weight on the left leg, turn in the toe. Weight on the right leg, step to the left. Brush knee push. Turn in the left toe. Step, brush knee push. Left, right, step, brush knee push. Weight on the right leg, weight on the left leg. Step, brush knee push. Weight on the right leg. Don't listen to me. So this movement, I come back, I turn in the toe, I come back, I pick up the foot, brush the knee, and push. So weight on the right leg, turn in the left toe. Weight on the left leg, pick up the right foot. Step to the right and weight on the right leg, brush knee push. If this is too fast for you, slow down. Weight on the right leg, turn in the toe. Weight on the left leg. Left hand rises. Step to the right. Brush the knee and push. Weight on the left leg, turn in the right toe. Brush the knee and push. There you go. Turn in the toe. Brush knee push. You're doing fine. You really are. You know how I can tell you're doing fine? You're still watching. There you go. See? Now, if you're young, you're very used to learning things that you've never learned before. You're very accustomed to doing things that you cannot do. And you do an impossible thing for a while, and after a few minutes or a few weeks or a few years, you can do it. When we get older, we lose the habit of learning things we don't know. So getting into the habit of doing the impossible is extremely useful. And now if you are thinking, okay, that's enough, let's go on to the next thing. To that I say what all teachers say when the student says, okay, what's next? What's next? And most teachers will say, maybe not out loud, but they'll say it. Because the teacher has completely forgotten that the students are in the room and he's paying attention to what he's doing and going, oh, yeah, this feels so good. Oh, so much I can work on in this movement. There's so much stuff. I can feel every muscle and tendon and ligament. I can feel the misalignment. I can feel that old injury. I can feel that new injury from when I cut myself shaving with my sword. I can feel all the stiffness from working on the computer too much. I can feel the anxiety from all the thinking building up in my spleen. I can feel that trepidation in my kidneys. I can feel the bitterness in my heart. I can relax that. Oh, it's so good to relax the bitterness in my heart. Oh, that's so nice. Feel the anger in my liver. Oh, let go of that, and my blood circulation improves a great deal. Whew, there we go. And the sorrow in the diaphragm, I can let go of that. And I go, oh, boy, that's a constant process, that is. Every time you have a thought, there's an emotion. Every time there's an emotion, there's a physical response. And you can become aware of that at one level, but as you improve, you refine your awareness and you start to see things you've never seen before and feel things you've never felt before. And as you let go of that tension, you can be doing this for over 40 years and still find ways to no longer fight yourself. Oh, yeah. Whew. So, that's the brush knee push. I was just getting into it, but you may have had enough, so let's go on to the next thing, which is part the horse's mane, or wild Mustang shakes its mane, or reach for the mail and pet the dog, or throw the frisbee. That's it. So this movement, you start holding the ball like this, imaginary ball, and it's not a real ball because a real ball wouldn't fit there. That would be a very oblate spheroid, that would. So from here, one palm down about shoulder level, the other palm up around hip level or navel level. And shoulders sinking, elbows dropping. The left hand extends, palm up. And the right hand drops to the side, palm down. So that's that. That's part of the horse's mane. That's the hand movement. So the hands are really not doing a lot. In the form, when you see this, people think that the hands are moving to the side. They think they're going like this. But that's not really what's happening. What's happening is that the hips are turning. So there's a rotation around the front hip. And the left hand is just floating there. It's just along for the ride. So if you hold the ball with the right hand at shoulder level and step with the left foot, the left hand then floats up, palm up, and the right hand drops, palm down. Let's keep the feet here. So the left toe is pointing more or less to that wall, maybe in a little, and the right toe is turned in at about a 30 to 45 degree angle, thereabouts. And again, don't use a protractor for that. Just find a comfortable position where you're standing in a forward stance. So right palm down at shoulder level, left palm up, and the right hip comes around, left palm up, right palm down. There you go. Again. Now you may ask, who is he talking to? Well, I have an imaginary class wherever I go. And some of them are really improving a lot. But everybody is improving. It's just... Ooh, that's nice. So my weight is on the right leg. My left leg is bent. So I don't lock my front knee. I keep it bent and I keep my femur lined up with my foot. So that while the knee goes forward and back a little, the main thing is that the thigh is still. And the pelvis moves around that hip. Like this. So I'm not pivoting around my center line like that. I'm moving my pelvis and swinging it like a door on a hinge. Like this. So the hand comes up and I rotate. Like that. So again from here, holding the ball, the left foot steps, place the heel, then the toe, and part the horse's mane. So the left palm is up with the fingertips about nose level or eye level, shoulder down, elbow dropping. So it's not out here, it's not a backhand, it's palm up, like that. Like you're holding a tray of muffins, and the right hand is palm down, keeping the dog away from the muffins. And weight on the back leg, holding the ball, left palm up, right palm down. The left hand floats up as I come around, part of the horse's mane. Let's do that a few more times. Weight on the back leg, weight on the front leg. Weight on the back leg, weight on the front leg. Now, again, if your knees get sore, then take a break. My knees do not get sore, not anymore. The femur lines up with the foot. That means you relax the hips and the knees and the ankles. I will do another video of just about the hips, knees, and ankles and back. But for now, just pace yourself. If it starts to get sore, then take a break and pay better attention to what your body is doing. And over time, you may teach yourself how to fix that problem. And now let's do the other side. Turn in the toe. Bring in the right foot, holding the ball with the left palm on top of the ball, the right palm underneath. Twist the waist and turn the hips. Place the heel, the right palm comes up. Place the foot, line up the right thigh, and the left hip comes around. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Very good, class. So from here, the right palm is up, fingertips at about eye level, hand at about shoulder level. Shoulders down, elbows dropping, left palm down by the left hip. And come back, holding the ball. Right palm up, left palm down. Again, weight on the back leg, holding the ball. Right palm up, weight on the front leg. Keep your thighs lined up with the feet so that you're not twisting your knees. And the right hip is the still point. So when I rotate, my pelvis rotates around my right hip. There. So the hands are sort of doing a filing motion. The hands are doing this. But the torque is around your right hip and the right axial line. If you don't know what that means, then don't worry about it. We'll get to it. And remember, it's okay to breathe whenever you like. Weight on the left leg, weight on the right leg. There we go. And I'm just getting to that point where I'm forgetting that there's a camera, that there's a class, and I'm just starting to get into it, and it's really feeling good. And I could do this for another 15, 20 minutes, but I'm sure you want to move on to the next thing, so we'll do that right away. Right away. Just give me a minute. I'm just starting to get the hang of this. Oh, it's so nice. Because what's happening now is that you get to a point in the practice where the fascia, all the connective tissue lines up, and every part of the body is moving just a little bit. And no part of the body feels like it has to be making up for the slack of some other part of the body. Where one part of the body isn't doing its job, so all the rest of the parts have to do extra work to compensate for that one lazy part. Instead, it's like everybody in the corporation is working and doing everything exactly the way they're supposed to, which means that nobody is working too hard to make up for the work of other people. Basically, everybody's happy to be at work, and they like their job so much they wonder why they're even getting paid for it. That's what it feels like to do Tai Chi. Ooh, yeah. Now, a big factor in this is the thigh strength. So that basic posture that we did at the beginning, getting the thighs to learn how to do the work, that's sort of like the teenagers on the farm at harvest season. They're out there tossing the hay bales onto the back of the truck. And everybody else has their job. Mom or grandma or the aunts are inside. They're knitting or sewing or fixing your mistakes from earlier, and cooking and doing all that stuff. Everybody's working hard, but everybody's working hard and doing the job that they're best at, not trying to do other job. So it's not like some farms nowadays where the kids are downstairs designing video games and grandma's out there tossing hay bales onto the back of the tractor, in the back of the truck. So now, some grandmas are great at that. They like the work. But here, once the thighs get stronger and they learn how to do the job and the other joints learn how to relax and let the other joints do their job, then it just starts to feel really good. When everything just moves so well. It's like a well-oiled machine. So, the next movement is called wave hands like clouds, or yunshou. So here, this is wave hands like clouds. So, with wave hands like clouds, the posture is like this, with one palm towards you, like that, fingertips at about eye level, index finger at eye level. The other hand palm down in front of you, with the elbow at the side. So this is one side. And then the other is this way. So the right hand is now at eye level and the left palm is down by the dantian, by the belly. And so the hand movement is fairly simple. And wave hands like clouds is one of those movements that people really learn to enjoy. But in the beginning it seems somehow really complicated. Because there are so many parts that seem like they're doing things when they're really not. And parts that don't seem like they're doing anything when they are. But we'll get to why it's complicated later after you make it simple for yourself. So here, palm towards you, palm away, and then down. So raise one hand, palm in front of your face, then extend palm down out from your shoulder, and then drop the hand palm down by the belly. So palm towards you, palm down, drop the elbow to the side. Palm towards your face, palm down at shoulder level, then drop your elbow to your side. Palm toward you, palm down at shoulder level, drop the elbow to the side. So the hand is basically drawing a circle. Well, not exactly a circle. Well, it'll become more circular as you move the hips. So let's do it with the other hand. So the other hand, palm towards you, and then palm down at shoulder level, then drop the elbow to the side, then again palm toward you, palm down at shoulder level, drop the elbow to the side. Palm towards you, palm down, drop the elbow, and so on. So that's all. It's a fairly simple movement. But these are your reference points. Palm towards you, palm down at shoulder level, drop your elbow to your side. That's it. 2, 3. And now the challenge is to alternate. So one hand is palm down, and then drop the elbow to the side as the other hand comes palm in front of your face. And then this hand turns palm down, and then drop the elbow to the side as the other hand comes up in front of your face. So one hand extends and drops as the other one floats up in front of the face. And then that hand extends and drops as the other comes up in front of the face. Extend and drop, the other hand rises. One hand extends and drops as the other one rises. Palm toward you. If you want, you can think of it like this. You have a handheld mirror. You look at the mirror, you think, oh, beautiful. I love my quarantine haircut that I did myself. And then extend and show the mirror to other people. So you put it down, raise the mirror, look at yourself. Oh, I'm so beautiful. See? And you show it to other people, and they all agree. They look at the reflection and they say, yes, what a lovely reflection. Then the hand drops. Look in the mirror, show it to the others. Look in the mirror, show it to the others. There. There's a slight variation on this because the hands will start to move continuously and they won't be stopping so much. So when you do this movement, just follow me. Right palm down, the left hand comes up, and then turn your hips and twist your waist to the left. Left palm down, the right hand rises, then turn the hips and twist to the right. Right palm down, the left hand rises. Turn the hips and twist to the left. Yeah. For some reason, this can seem really complicated. But then once you learn it, you go, that seems too easy. Why is this so easy? So, weight on the right leg. Left hand comes up to head level. And turn to the left. Drop the right hand comes to eye level. And turn to the right. Left hand comes to the eye level. Turn to the left. Right hand to eye level. Then turn to the right. See, it doesn't seem that hard, does it? Does it? No, I can see some of you nodding and some of you shaking your heads. Some of you are nodding saying, yes, it doesn't seem so hard at all. And the others are shaking your heads saying, no, it doesn't seem so hard at all. Yeah, if you want, you can go a little lower and really feel that transfer of weight from one leg to the other. And that weight transfer is going to be important because we are going to start stepping. So, left hand at eye level, turn to the left, twist, extend the hands, and step in with the right foot. So the feet are now closer together, about hip distance or fist width apart. And turn to the right. Now the right hand extends, left hand rises a little, step out to the left. And then left hand at eye level, go to the left. Change, right hand at eye level, and go back again. Well, see, I didn't step. Why was that? Well, I'll show you in a minute. Now, extend the hands to the right, bring the left foot in, left hand comes to eye level, and go to the left. Weight on the left leg, step out. There. So, in the 10 form, which is sort of the return we're kind of working through right now, we step in and step out, and then we go back again. And we do this because this exercise is designed to be done in a small space. If you wanted, you could, if you have a lot of room, you can keep going to one direction until you run out of room and then come back again. So left hand at eye level, go to the left, step in, right hand at eye level, step out, left hand to the left, right foot steps in, right hand to the right, left foot steps out, left hand goes to the left, right foot steps in, right hand goes to the right, the left foot steps out. Yeah, this is a very comprehensive exercise. And from a martial arts point of view, this contains a great deal of information and a lot of different types of power generation. But we won't get into that now. You may have noticed I've changed the directions. So the left hand is reaching to the left as the right foot steps to the right. Then right hand at eye level, go to the right. Left foot steps in. Left hand at eye level, go to the left. Right foot steps out. Right hand to the right, left foot steps in. When I lift my foot, my knee goes out in front of me, because that's the way the hip bends. So my pelvis can stay level while I do this and then step out. A lot of people pick up the pelvis. They pick up the left hip rather than dropping the left hip and letting the knee go out in front. I don't know why people do that, but they do. I have a theory, but you are not interested in that right now. No, really, you're not. Trust me. Please don't ask me. Don't get me into it. Okay. There we go. And then back again. That's Yun Shou. Wave hands like clouds. If you don't have a lot of room, then you just step in, step out, and then change the direction. Step in, step out, then change. Step in, step out. But there's a little bit of syncopation necessary for changing the direction. So you want to be reaching to the left when the right foot moves, reaching to the right when the left foot moves. Yeah. That's wave hands like clouds, one of my favorites. Next is a balancing posture called golden rooster stands on one leg, or one leg stance. I'm facing you, so I'm going to start with my weight on my right leg, and I turn out my left toe a little. That allows me to turn my pelvis when I shift my weight onto that. So my pelvis goes this way, and I twist my waist, and then I raise my knee. There. And I bring my hand up and touch my knee to my elbow. That's rooster stands on one leg. I turn the right toe out, turn my pelvis, twist my waist, raise the left knee. There. Rooster stands on the other leg. If you face this way, you turn the toe out a little, turn the pelvis, twist the waist, and raise the knee. Rooster stands on one leg. Now I'm doing this at an angle so that you can see from behind. Normally when this is done in the form, I would turn like this, and you would not likely be able to see from this camera angle what my knee is doing. So I just turn my toe out a tiny bit, and I turn my pelvis, twist my waist. Now I can raise my hand to the corner, and you can see it. And I raise my knee so the elbow touches the knee, like that. And then I put the foot down. I'll turn the toe in instead of turning it out. That way I'm oriented this way so you can see. The right palm down by hip level. The left hand rises, and I raise my knee. Good. If you have trouble with your balance, it's possible that you are not turning your hips and twisting your waist enough. If the hips are this way, and the waist doesn't twist much, then it's going to be difficult to balance because the foot will want to pronate and supinate a lot. But if you turn your pelvis and twist your waist, then I turn my head to my left, so my chin is over my left shoulder when I raise, or toward my left shoulder, when I raise my left hand. And then I raise my knee, and as I raise my knee, my waist and hips twist a little more to the right in order to balance the leg. There. And if you don't get your knee to your elbow, that's fine. If you can raise your knee higher than your elbow, good for you. But this is okay. Then turn the toe. Rooster stands on the left leg. Turn the toe, turn. Rooster stands on the right leg. Fingertips at eye level, and knee to the elbow. Now, if your knee does not get to your elbow, don't cheat by doing this. That's not helpful. Instead, just keep doing that a little bit every day, and then eventually your knee will just float up there like that. And wobbling is optional. If you want, you can hop. You can do that if you want, but I don't recommend it. There. Good. So that's the balancing move. That's all we're going to do of that one today. If you want, you can do 100 of those on each side. And if you don't want to, I'm with you. So the next movement is slightly different, but let's shake out our legs a little bit. Relax and just notice how good you feel. How do you feel compared to when you started? More relaxed? More energized? Let's review a little bit before we go on to the next one. Feet parallel. And hands rise. Hands lower, the body lowers. Drop the hands, turn the hips, twist the waist. Palms up, shoulders relaxed. The right hand comes by the ear. Turn and push. Drop the left hand, turn, relax, palms up. The left hand folds in, comes by the ear, and pushes. Drop the right hand, twist the waist, right palm up, step with the left foot, brush the knee, and push. Sink back, turn in the left toe, back, left palm up, step with the right foot, brush the knee, and push. Sink back, turn in the right toe, right hand at shoulder level, palm down. Left hand by the hips, palm up. The left foot steps to the left, place the heel, then the toe, and then part the horse's mane, or throw the frisbee and pet the dog. Sink back, turn in the left toe, and weight on the left leg. Step with the right foot, throw the frisbee, pet the dog. Drop the right hand, the left hand floats up to eye level, and wave hands like clouds to the left. Step in, right hand eye level, left foot steps out. There we go. And then back again. Right hand eye level, go to the right. Step in. Reach to the left. The right foot steps out. That's wave hands like clouds. And then rooster stands on the left leg. Left palm down, right hand rises, raise your knee in the general direction of your elbow. Turn in the right toe, turn, drop the right hand down, turn the pelvis, twist the waist, raise the left knee. Good. And we're not going to finish it today, so that's as far as I'm going to go. The next lesson, we will review this with much less detail, and then we'll go on to finish the rest of the 10 form with kick with heel and grasping the bird's tail. Pang, yu, ji, and an, and then cross hands and conclusion. That'll be the end of that form, and we'll have a slightly different workout for you with the next video. But yeah, feel free to follow along. Do this as many times as you like. And I hope you feel good. Very good. More practice.